Shadows of Innistrad Remastered draft. Our rare is unfortunately not playable. Second harvest. There is Rise from the Tides. Pretty powerful build around. 5 and a blue. You make a 2/2 tapped zombie for each instant and sorcery. There's also Midnight Scavengers. Pretty good card. Gnarlwood Dryad is not bad. But kind of tempted by this Rise from the Tide. Seems like a fun build around if nothing else. You want to be probably blue-red spells, but it can also work in a blue-black deck. Alright, so now we got Haunted Dead. A card that doesn't necessarily work with Rise from the Tides in the sense that it's a creature, but it is a card that can make you dump cards in your graveyard. There is also this rare, which I guess could be pretty good in some decks, but it's a little too expensive for what White's trying to do, I think. There's also Blood Mad Vampire. If I were to go blue-red, I might be able to have this as a madness route. But Haunted Dead, I think, is a decent card. And what you can do with Rise from the Tides is discard instant resources to bring this back. And it's a pretty solid card. So I think you can play Rise from the Tides in blue-black as well. You have a reasonable amount of spells. There are cards like Pieces of the Puzzle, for example. Alright, so now there is Olivia's Dragoon, which would make me go down the madness route. This card is, I think, a little too slow. It's 5 mana lets you get a clue every turn, so you can pay 2 and draw a card, but that's very slow. I think I'm going to take Olivia's Dragoon and maybe go into Red-Black Madness, which I think is a pretty good archetype. You can play Haunted Dead there too. It's a card that works okay with Madness. It's a little expensive to discard 2 cards, and you may not always have it in your graveyard, but it's just a fine card to play in a Madness deck anyway. And Olivia's Dragoon is a free Madness outlet. Alright, so now we have to make a decision. I think we're sort of off the Rise from the Tides plan. For the moment, I'm gonna put it here. If I'm black-red, I could either take Stormkirk Captain, which buffs all my vampires. I have one already. Or I can take Insatiable Gorge as a madness payoff. There's a very good card in Nearhit Chaplain, but I don't like black-white so far. I think it has no real synergy. I think I'm gonna take this card. There are a lot of vampires in red-black, and it's a fine card on its own. 2/2 first strike that buffs some of your vampires. So it's a pretty nice card to go Olivia's Dragoon into Stormkirk Captain. Alright, I think we're getting to be in a pretty good place, because here's this reasonable amount of red-black madness cards. Enablers, Tormenting Voice, Ravenous Bloodseeker, and some playable red-black cards, but it's either the Bloodseeker or the Tormenting Voice. I think I'll take this just because it is a vampire, so it works nice with Stormkirk Captain as well. I think these two are somewhat similar. This card is a free for mana. You don't have to pay any mana, so you can play some more expensive Madness cards. Whereas this card, if you cast this with a Madness card, you are up a card, but I think that the Bloodseeker being a vampire means that not only Stormkirk Captain make this be synergistic, it also may enable further payoffs. Okay, so here's another Rise from the Tides, but I'm now off that plan. And it's not like these work good in multiples, because they're so expensive that it's very hard to be able to play 2. I'm just going to take another Bloodseeker, and at this point I have 3 Madness Enablers and no real 4 if you count this, but no real payoff so far. Hoping to get some of that soon, hopefully in this pack already. Okay, we're back. It's a little concerning, there's no real red and black cards here. That's super good. This doesn't really have any synergies. This card is, I don't really see why I should want to play that. I'm gonna take the Elite for the moment. Alright, this is better stuff. There is another Olivia's Dragoon and a Vampiric Fury. At this point it's starting to look like I could maybe be very hard on vampires and not even bother too much about the madness stuff. I'm gonna take the madness cards when I see them, but may not even be the main focus of the deck. Alright, so there is something if I want to splash blue or a mediocre trick. Yes, I'm probably not playing that. So let's take a fixer. It's not the worst, especially if you sort of heavy black, because then this is gonna come to be untapped a lot of the time. Alright, take skeleton. That has some potential if I end up with a lot of madness and everything. There is a card called the Bloodline, which makes you discard a card to make a 1/1 lifelinker. And that is a card you can combine with Sanitarian Skeleton. Of course, right now I have 5 madness enablers, but no real madness cards. And we shall see. The Goo Racer. Alright, Macabre Waltz. It's not a bad card because you discard a card, so you can discard a madness card. And I'm heavy on creatures, so... Alright, what do we get? We get Fiery Temper, nice madness card, and removal spell. Another madness card, another Haunted Dead. I think I want Fiery Temper. Here I have so many madness enablers that this is gonna be a lightning bolt a lot of the time. Like with 4 of these cards, it's actually lightning bolt, and with Macabre Waltz you actually not even down cards. I think Fire Temper is awesome here. If it wasn't here, it would be a hard choice between Haunted Dead and Bearded Vampire, because this is a vampire with madness, but hopefully I can wield that. This isn't a bad card either, but it doesn't really have any synergies with my deck. But Fiery Temper, also my first removal spell. Ooh, this is a nice one. Collective Defiance. You main point is to deal 4 damage to your creatures. It's like a 3 mana deal 4. You can also deal 3 to a player. And you can discard the cards in my hand. So if I have some cheap madness cards like Fiery Temper, it works with that too. So I would like to wield the Blood Mad Vampire, but Collective Defiance is also another removal spell. So either someone doesn't know how good Collective Defiance is or Red is open. Probably Red is open. I think this card saw some playing Constructors for a while. But yeah, Escalate 1 means that if I want all the modes, I have to pay 5 mana. So then it's going to be harder to make some madness things, but we shall see. Oh, Lightning Axe, another enabler. Is that better than Jesus Bidding? At this point, I'm starving for some good madness card. I only have 1 in Fiery Temper. Lightning Axe is a better card than Jesus Bidding. This is close. This is also an uncommon, so I'm less likely to see it again. The first one didn't wheel. I think I have to take the Lightning Axe. It's just such a good card. And a little punished here. Guess I'll take a third Dragoon. And Uncaged Fury, very powerful, but at this point it's gonna be Incendiary Flow. Now I kind of regret not taking the Jesus Bidding, but maybe it will wheel. Ooh, payoff finally. Ruthless Disposal is a card that has some potential, but at 5 mana it's hard to discard a card with madness, whereas this card, I'm just gonna be able to play it on turn 3 a lot of the time. And Sonic Bombardment is good. I think it's slightly better than Vampiric Fury at this point. Now I have a lot of removal. Very sweet if Jesus Bidding real. Yeah, so my removal is now awesome. I have Bombardment, Lightning Axe, Incendiary Flow, Defiance, Fiery Temper. Alright, I guess I'll take another Make Mischief. Not another, this is my first one. And if Jesus speeding wheels, then I'm in a really good spot, because that means that not too many other people are playing vampires. Ooh, very nice. Sometimes you can play Shreds of Sanity as well, but this is really nice. I wish I got some more vampire payoffs, but this also is a nice combo with Lightning Axe. Just 4 mana, you're not even down a card, destroy a creature, put this into play. Also, would be nice to get a black-red dual, because my mana situation is a little intense with double red, gold card. Wanna cost these on turn 2. So I wouldn't mind, like, I think it's Foreboding Ruins is the card. They downshifted this from rare to uncommon. I would play also a Tormenting Voice in this deck now. I think when you got a reasonable amount of removal spells, you want some card advantage too, and Tormenting Voice is gonna be card advantage in this deck. Like for example, with 5 mana I can play this plus Tormenting Voice plus Weirded Vampire, and then I'm actually up a card. Take another Macabre Walls. I'm not sure I'm gonna play 2, but I don't think I have enough creatures for Vampiric Food to be great. And ooh, they wield fantastic. Oh, it's so good. This is just so good. Someone might have been changing their mind about going into black-red vampires now. Take the black card. I have 17 solid playables here. I think I'm happy playing every single one of these. Macabre War's gonna be good here. I think I have enough creatures. Okay, so I can take this as a fixer or Pyron, which I'm not gonna play, I don't think. This doesn't fit in this deck. Take the green card. Or the splash. Okay, I'm probably not gonna play this, because as I said, it doesn't really fit in my deck, but yes, it is a good sign that getting these late cards. Okay, so now there is Mind's Dilation, not good. There is Alchemist's Greeting, good madness payoff, or Weirding Blood Mad Vampire. But you see, this is a sweet old card. So it's between these two madness cards, and I think that Alchemist's Greeting is better. Just a better card. Though this is good too, but I think it might wheel. Alright, nothing good here. Would cause a Compass is a card I could play maybe. I like it more than the Rush of Adrenaline. Okay, so it looks like the person passing to me on the second pack is definitely not black-red, or even close to being one of those colors, whereas it seems like it might be cut in this direction. Alrighty, so do I want Deadweight or another Ravenous Bloodseeker? There's also this Cryptolith Fragment, which I think is pretty powerful, but I don't know if it fits in my deck. I'm just gonna take the Bloodseeker. I have enough removal at this point, and I'm not Delirium, so I don't really need Deadweight. Fevered Visions. Here's a really amount of good cards for me. There's Haunted Dead, a Cursed Witch. I like these cards both. Both are great. It's also Tormenting Voice, but that could wheel. I think Haunted Dead has more synergy in my deck than a Cursed Witch, what would bring coming back, and also 2 bodies. That was a tough one. But alright, I'm gonna take a Madness Vampire here. Only have 1 vampire payoff, unfortunately, but there aren't that many. 22 playables now. Rogue's Gold Captain. I'm not gonna play any of these cards, I might as well just take the rare. But in my sideboard, there's a Sanitarium Skeleton, another Macabre Waltz. How many creatures do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, Jesus Bitten doesn't count as creature for Macabre Ward, which is why I'm thinking about it. 1, 4, 7, 8. Not the lands I want. 5, 6, 9, 12, 13 creatures. Yeah, and second Macabre Wars is probably not gonna be. I don't see myself having 2 creatures in my graveyard, which is what I want if I want to maximize the card. But so see if we get something more. Alright, might play an Arsonist just because I need another playable. And did not wield a Blood Mad Vampire. So I think there is one more red-black vampire drafter, probably. Yeah, I don't need bad removals, but I think it's bad in this deck. Uh, 7/7 Menace, yeah, like that. Better than the Arsonist, I think. Alright, so I don't think any of these cards. Let's see, Ghoul Racer gives me back one of the Haunted Dead or a Gokul's Accomplish. I don't think that is worth it. I like 9 mountains and 8 swamps. Alright, I'm gonna make a little bit of a gamble here, but if I draw 1 land, I'm in good shape. And I have Incendiary Flow. Oh, okay, so this might be the Mirror or a 3-color Brew. Fortunately, didn't draw a land, but alright, there's the land. Unfortunately, I could deal 1 to my opponent and make a 1/1 Devil, but yeah. Don't seem like a winning play. I could also Lightning Axe with Haunted Dead and then bring it back, but that seems very too aggressive. Yeah, that is a card I'm not gonna... Okay. So... I'm just gonna Incendiary Flow that then. If I'd drawn a land, would have been, could have gone Lightning Axe plus Jesus Bidding, but okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna Lightning Axe now. Okay, it's getting a little awkward here. So assuming Dragoon survives, next turn I can Madness Jesus Bidding and make 2/2/2s fly over for 2, but okay, opponent's casting an instant or sorcery here. Okay. Well, alright, there's a land, so some options here. I kinda like Lightning Axing the Alchemist and casting Jesus Bidding, because That way I keep parity on board and get rid of this card that is slowly pinging me. So now we are even in board presence. I'm actually a little bit ahead, but Mount has more cards in hand. No attacks, huh? I'm a little scared that my opponent may have some instant speed madness, so I'm not gonna attack. I don't really see what that accomplishes. It's gonna cost Haunted Dead, make a 1/1 flyer, and just pass. I don't really see what attacking accomplishes. It just sets me up to being ambushed. Now my opponent didn't have anything, but okay, make mischief. There's no way around that, unfortunately. But I can kill my opponent's devil and also make a 1/1 maybe. I'm a little less scared about an ambush. I think I'm just gonna go make mischief here. And the 1/1 doesn't kill anything for value necessarily. Oh, I guess it kills that, but that's an even trade. Take 1 and we are trading zombies, okay. Clears the way for my other creatures, so I'm not too unhappy about that. What's my opponent have in hand? We shall see. Weirding wood, okay, that adds mana and investigates. Opponent seems not to have much. Previous opponent has Seasons Past in hand, it's just gonna outvalue me, but what are you gonna do? 3 cards left. Opponent has sorcery, artifact, creature, so it could also be delirium. Alright, opponent, make your move now. A little impatient here. Burn from within, okay. So that exiles that. Alright, so that was an X spell. I'm glad I took care of the alchemists, but because could have almost killed me. I'm gonna play a 7/7 menace, which you have to sacrifice a land, but after this I'm gonna keep lands in hand to discard my cards. I don't really need any more lands than the 6. Okay, that's a 6/4 that drains for free. Okay. Right. Let's see here. Ooh. So yeah. So what I'm gonna do here is choose all the modes. I'm gonna that and that. So now I get to kill that, deal you a lot of damage. Yeah, that was pretty sick. Alright, this hand is a lot better than some of my previous ones, or my last one. Neglected heirloom, so that sort of suggests there is a werewolf deck. Whenever it transforms into good equipment. So land is nice because it enables me to, on turn 4, cast Lightning Axe plus Weirded Vampire. So I expect my opponent equips here, and then I can't block. That's okay. Opponent has mono red so far. I'll take 4. Probably just gonna go ahead and... Alright, does that change my plan? Oh, I think I'm gonna Incendiary Float. I don't want to take too much damage, and next turn I have another removal spell if I want to. With Acts plus Weirded Vampire, and Reverse Dragoon can wait. Alright, so my opponent is red-green. But if a creature ever transforms, this transforms into a fantastic equipment. Okay. And equip. I'm just gonna go ahead and kill that and get the 3/3 into play. Right. And I still have Collective Defiance if I need to. Discard Weirded Vampire. So Lightning Axe turn into a 1 mana, deal 5, pretty good. And I got to cast a 3 for free, but yeah, pretty sick. Might just cast a Collective Defense for full value next turn. Deal more and get rid of this Olivia's Dragoon, which I don't really need. Yeah, okay. So let's do that. Let's cast this with all the modes. Yes, creature opponent. Get to draw 2 fresh cards. And my opponent is down to 8. And I have a Fiery Temper. So if my opponent plays out like a 5/4 here, that could be annoying, but opponent also needs a land. Has missed a land drop, I think. Maybe not. Oh, that's a good one. Duskwatch Recruit. And Emry Wolf. Okay. Alright, so now I guess I attack with both, and when my opponent tries to double block, I can blow my opponent out. Is the plan? No? Alright, I guess my opponent is dead then. Boom. Here we go. 2-0. Alright, medium hand here, but turn 2 Bloodseeker, turn 3 Jesus Bidding. Don't mind that. White. I think Dragoon is probably better. It's easier to get in with a 2 to fly than a free one, I think. I mean, any creature my opponent plays just trades, so seems okay. Well, that's a fly. So I guess I got a little punished. But how was I supposed to know? Play that and maybe get in next turn, but Bygone Bishop. Let bygones be bygones. It's a very good card. It means that whenever you cast creature with mana value fearless, you investigate. That's not it, but it is a good card too. 3/4. Can fish up a human. Fished up Obsessive Skinner. I'm in big trouble here. That's an aggressive attack, but okay. I think I might have stayed back there. Ooh, okay, so what do we want to do here? We could Collective Defiance here. Yeah. Let's see. That and that. Attack for 3. Because I have more removal, which I could draw, and then leave a Dragoon to start getting in here. I have a Lightning Axe, and I have Incendiary Floor as long as my opponent does not put the counters on Bygone Bishop. Okay. And unlike Welcoming Vampire, that is not only once per turn, so I'm still in trouble, but alright. Well, now Incendiary Flow could work. Opponent's playing very aggressively though. Fair enough. Guess I get in for 2 while I can. But I don't think attacking with the Bloodseeker accomplishes anything. I mean the Bloodseeker. Maybe I can stitch together a win somehow, but If my opponent starts staying back with the bygone bishop, I don't think I would have any chance in this game. But this opponent is interested in being aggressive. Could also be a flyer here. Alright, that's a good card, but right now my problem isn't necessarily getting attacked. Okay, well, I guess I keep getting in for 2. But I don't really have any more. Unfortunately, there is no hazardous blast in this format. But keep my land. So now, if you put that on the bishop and get vigilance, so then I can't attack, but... Okay. Not really is liking to attack, but alright. I guess I just walk like this. And I can make a 2-2 eventually. Opponent gets to grow something, but it still can't eat my gorgers. And opponent has a creature in graveyard. Last card is Byway Courier, okay. Okay. Oh, that's not a bad row actually. Let's get that. That's so it's down to 8 now. And I have a 7/7 menace, so now if my opponent had just stayed back with the bygone bishop, I would have 0 chance in this game. I still might lose, but it just seems like, I don't know. Gossip Monger can turn into a 2/3 next turn, not this turn. Whoa, okay. I guess it has vigilance, but so I kind of like double blocking here because that stops my opponent from yeah, that takes away a blocker, so don't mind. Now my opponent is forced, I think, to trade with the bygone bishop, but we shall see. Any removal spell here would be huge. I can even hard cast Lightning Axe. Okay, that's unfortunate. Yeah, might as well just attack. Sack a land. And menace means that either my opponent actually can't trade because my opponent didn't equip, so this is just a double jump, okay? I like it. Keeping my land in hand for a lot of reasons here. Of course, there's a lot of removal spells. There is the Pacifism, there's Energetic Purge, there's a million removal spells, but now at least I have a chance. Terrarion is not the solution. But, okay. Turns it into a 3/4 with vigilance. Okay, so you can get in for free. But, then what? Turn. Ooh, that's pretty good. So I can get back. I can't get back anything with haste, but I can just get back 2 creatures. And giving something flying doesn't matter here. Let's see here. I'm gonna get back Gorgeous, and I should probably do this pre-combat because otherwise I have to sacrifice a land here. So I'm gonna get back Gorgeous and Bloodseeker. And if I do this post combat, I have to sacrifice a land, so then I can't do this, so I need to do it now. And then I'm gonna attack with everything because, well, and if my opponent has a removal spell for the pod and blows me out, so be it. I just don't think sitting back and doing nothing is winning me the game. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Oh man, this card is not even good. So gross. So gross. Losing to garbage. Oh well. Not a good card. You will. Maybe still draw Lightning Axe and win. Okay. It's a Lightning Axe or bust. Okay, Haunt the Dead. If I play it, but opponent can also tap my 1/1, so it's gotta be a removal spell. Alright, we are dead. Thank you for watching.